See, today we have to start general ledger accounting.
Hi, this is Tahir.
Yeah, Tahir, good evening.
Hey, good evening.
Yeah, just now we are going to start.
Okay, great.
See here, in any module, right, generally, first we have to create the master data, right? Without master data, we cannot process even a single business transaction. So first we will see what are the settings we require to create the master data. So after doing the settings, I will show you how to maintain the master data. Once the master data is maintained, I will show you how the transactions are processed in every module. So after showing the processing of the transactions, I will show you how the accounts are analyzed and how the reconciliation is done. Then after that, what are the periodic processing activities? I mean, what are the month-end activities in each module? After that, we proceed with the reporting. So this is the sequence of teaching, right, in every module. So here, first we have to maintain the master data. So before maintaining the master data, we have to do a lot of settings. I mean, I'm talking about general ledger accounting. So before maintaining the master records for the GL accounts, we have to do number of settings. All these settings we have done in the previous classes. If you miss any of these settings, right, you cannot process the transactions in the general ledger. So here, once again. Yes, Giri, tell me. See here, this general ledger accounting is called main ledger because all the information we require to prepare your financial statements is extracted from the general ledger accounting only. In the financial statements, you prepare two statements. Number one, profit and loss account. In order to prepare the profit and loss account, we require expenses and revenues. So the expenses and revenues are extracted from general ledger. Again, in order to prepare the balance sheet, we require assets and liabilities. Again, to prepare the balance sheet, the information of the information of assets and liabilities is totally extracted from the general ledger. That is why this general ledger accounting is called main ledger. And we have some other sub-modules in financial accounting, like asset accounting, account receivable, then accounts payable, then balancing ledgers, then treasury management. Like that, we have the number of modules in FI. So all the modules of FI are also integrated with the general ledger. Not only the sub-modules of FI, all the module of SAP like SD, HR, production planning and control, project systems, quality maintenance, plant maintenance, treasury management. Like that, all the other modules of SAP are also integrated with the general ledger. See, here, whatever the modules you are seeing in this pink color box are the submodules in FI. So all these submodules of FI are integrated with general ledger. Then out of this pink color box, we have SD, that is sales and distribution, and materials management. So the materials management is integrated with the general ledger through accounts payable, and the sales and distribution is integrated with the general ledger through AR, account receivable. Here, you know that each module of SAP is managed, sorry, each module of SAP is used to manage one department in the company. So whenever these modules are implemented, in every department, there are some expenses incurred, there are some revenues derived. So whenever the expenses are incurred and revenues are derived in any department, those expenses and revenues are posted by the end users in the respective department. As a result, the respective GL accounts in the general ledger are updated automatically through the process of integration. Means what? The total expenses, revenues and balance sheet items of your total organization are available in the general ledger in the form of GL accounts. So from the general ledger, we prepare the balance sheet and the P&L account. And from the general ledger, the information is passed on to controlling. So this is the total overview of the modules of SAP. Without general ledger, there is no any ERP. Not only in SAP, in any ERP, the general ledger is the heart. Without general ledger, there cannot be any module. So as a starting point, first we have to maintain the master data for every GL account. Here GL account means rent account, salaries account, wages account. GL account means general ledger account. So what is the master data? See, all these slides I have sent you, right? The material I have sent you, know, in that material, all these slides are there. So, as I said, the first we see how to maintain the master data. So first let us try to understand what is the master data. There are two types of data. Number one, master data. The data which is permanent in existence is called master data. The record which contains the master data is called master record. The master data is used again and again during processing. Then we have the another type of data, transactional data. It is the data which is posted to the master record during the daily management of the business. This is temporary in existence. Means what? I will give an example. See, suppose for example, we have the rent account, right? So every GL account is identified with a number, right? So let us assume that the GL account number is 4,300,000. Then every account has to be maintained in the currency. So the currency of the rent account is USD. So here the name of the GL account, rent account, is same throughout the life of the enterprise. And the number of the GL account is 4,300,000. And this also will be same throughout the life of the enterprise. And the account currency USD is also same throughout the life of the enterprise. So like that, the data which will not change or the data which is permanent in existence is called master data. So here this is called master data. Now you have the transactional data. Transactional data means, for example, every month rent is $2,000. Let us say you have paid and posted the rent on 1st January 2016 to bank $2,000. Then on 1st February 2016, again you have paid and posted to bank $2,000. Similarly, on 1st March 2016, you have paid and posted to bank $2,000. Like that, during the year, you pay rent 12 times and 12 transactions are posted into the rent account. Here, this is called transactional data. This is called transactional data. So, this transactional data is nothing but the business transactions incurred every day and posted to the GL account. And this transaction data is very temporary in existence. Why so? Here, at the end of the financial year, for example, in our case, 31st December 2016, we total all the business transactions posted to rent account and the total is transferred to profit and loss account by making the balance of the rent account zero as on 31st December 2016. So from 1st January 2017, again, this rent account will be posted with the fresh business transactions. That's why the transactional data is always temporary in existence. And the master data is permanent in existence. Clear? This is called master data and transactional data. So as a starting point, first you have to maintain the master data. So here, every GL account master record contains the data under two segments. Number one, chart of account segment. Number two, company code segment. See, in the chart of account segment, you maintain the data like GL account number, GL account name, account group, short text and long text. And this is only the data which is maintained in the chart of account segment. But in the company code segment, we maintain the data like account currency, line item display. What is this line item display, etc. I will explain you at the time of creating the GL accounts. Line item display, sort key, field status group, open item management, etc. etc. we maintain in the company code segment. So in the company code segment, not only these five fields, we maintain lot of data. I have just given the example of 5 fields. So the data maintained in the chart of account segment is applicable to all the company codes using the same chart of accounts. If you remember, at the time of explaining you the chart of accounts concept, I said when several company codes are using the same chart of accounts, the account number, account name, then GL account number and the account group. Again I'm repeating. When several company codes are using the same chart of accounts, the GL account number, GL account name, account group, etc. etc. will be same in all the company codes. What is the logic behind this? Because this is the data that is maintained in the chart of account segment. So whatever the data you maintain in the chart of account segment will be same in all the company codes using the same chart of accounts. Then whatever the data you maintain in the company code segment will be specific and available to that company code only. So what is the advantage of this? What is the advantage of segregating the data into two segments? I will give an example. Suppose, for example, we have two company codes, 3699 and 3799. So both the company codes, let us assume, both the company codes are using the same chart of accounts, and both the company codes have taken the term loan from HSBC Bank. So in that case, in both the company codes, you have to maintain the GL accounts, right? Then what is the GL account name? HSBC term loan account. In both the company codes, you have to maintain the GL account, HSBC term loan. So then the name is same, right? Similarly, the GL account number also will be same in both the company codes, and chart of account group also will be same in both the company codes. Like that, the chart of account segment data is same in every company code. That's why it is enough if you maintain the data only once. It is shared by both the company codes. Now, even though both the company codes have taken the term loan from the same HSBC bank, but the 3699 company code has taken the term loan in US dollars, and the 3799 company code has taken the term loan in Indian rupees. In that case, account currency will be different now. Account currency means the currency in which the GL account is maintained. So even though the chart of account segment data is same in both the company codes specific data may be different, right? That's why the data which is specific and available to each company code will be maintained in the company code segment. Okay, so here the advantage of this is it is enough if you maintain this chart of accounts data only once. Suppose you have the 5 company codes. Yours is a big group. You have the 5 company codes under the group, and all the 5 company codes have taken the term loan from HSBC Bank. In that case, it is enough if you maintain this data only once. It's not necessary to maintain the same data 5 times in 5 company codes. So with the help of this function, we can optimize the size of the database. When it comes to real time, right, the database management also involves some expenses to the company. So every company also wants to minimize the cost of database management, right? That's why SAP has developed this type of function. I hope it is clear to everybody. So we can create the GL account master record in 2 methods. That is one-step method and two-step method. So in the one-step method, what happens is, under this method, we maintain the data at the chart of account segment and the company code segment at a time. Means at one stroke, we can enter the data in both the segments. Number 2, you have the two-step method. Under this method, first we maintain the data in the chart of account segment and then in the company code segment. Means there are 2 separate transaction codes. That's why this is called two-step method. First, in the first step, you maintain the data in the chart of account segment. After that, you maintain the data in the company code segment. That's why this is called two-step method. See, based on the convenience, we can use any method. Generally, what happens is, when you are configuring for only one company code, we use one-step method. But when you are configuring for several company codes using the same chart of accounts, then we go for two-step method. First, we have to maintain the data in the chart of account segment. Remember, it's a rule. First, we have to maintain the data in the chart of account segment. After that only, we can maintain the data in the company code segment. Without chart of account segment, we cannot create the company code segment first. That's very, very important. Now we will see how to create the GL account master records. So this is the thing regarding master data. So first we will see how to maintain the master data for different GL accounts. See, creation of GL master. Creation of equity share capital account. Let us start with creation of equity share capital account. And every GL account is to be identified with a number, right? That's why first we have to decide upon what is the number to be given to GL account master record. For that purpose, first we have to identify the account group under which the share capital account is to be created. Then from the number range of that account group, you take one number, that number will be given to equity share capital account. See the material what I have written there. Check up the list of account groups and identify the account group under which we have to create this GL master and choose the GL account number. Transaction code OBD4. So in the transaction code OBD4, we have created the account groups, right? So I am taking you to OBD4. Then click on position. Give your chart of accounts. Our chart of accounts is 3699. Enter. So these are our account groups, right? And the equity share capital account is to be created under the share capital account group. So for this account group, we have defined the number ranges 1 lakh to 1 lakh 99. So technically speaking, we can take any number between these two numbers. You can take 1 lakh or 1 lakh 99, 1 lakh 10, 1 lakh 2, 1 lakh 3, 1 lakh 25, 1 lakh 50, any number you can take. But I follow one sequence. Because this is the first account we are creating under this account group, I am taking with 1 lakh. I want to take 1 lakh. Like that, you have to decide the number every time like this. And you see the material path. Path is starting with the accounting. It is not starting with SPRO. So it is the end user activity. What happens exactly in the real time is, at the time of implementation, the FI consultant will create all the GL accounts in the client company. Once the implementation is over, there may be a need to add some more GL accounts. So in that case, the end users themselves will create the GL account master record. That's why the path is given from SAP Easy Access. Okay, but the authorization to create a GL account master record is given to some higher level employee, not the junior accountant or accountant can create the GL accounts. They cannot create the GL accounts. Like manager finance, like that higher level employees will have the access to the screen where they create the GL account master record. So here in the implementation projects, you have to prepare the end user manuals. So in the end user manuals, we describe how the end user activities are to be done. So the procedures containing the end user activities are called end user manuals. So at the end of the classes, I will send you some material, right, which is very, very important, which contains the real-time project documentation. What are the activities you have to do and how to perform those activities as a consultant, right? So, and how to prepare end user manuals, right? All these things I have prepared one material. This material will be sent to you at the end of the classes. So transaction code FS00. Here, the two-step method, one-step method. The one-step method is also called creation of GL account master record centrally. Centrally means at one time you can create the GL account master record. See the transaction code FS00. GL account is equal to transaction code FS00. Then GL account is equal to, please write down in the material, 1 lakh. GL account number is equal to 1 lakh. Company code is equal to 3699. Company code is equal to 3699. Then, if you see the material, go to menu, GL account, create. This is the menu, means menu bar. Go to menu, GL account, create. Now, look at the screen. Control in the chart of accounts. This is the chart of account segment data. Account group is equal to, so if you press on this drop down menu, we can see the list of your account groups. The system will display these account groups based on your company code. Means these account groups have been created under the chart of accounts, right? And the chart of accounts were assigned to the company code. So based on the company code here, the system will display only your account groups. So from the list, you can select the required account group. Share capital. Account, now you have to write in the material. Account group is equal to share capital. Account group is equal to share capital. Select balanced account. Select balanced account. Means the share capital account will be shown in the balance sheet. Suppose if this account is displayed in the P&L account, we select P&L account, nothing else. Then short text is equal to share capital account. Short text is equal to share capital account. Within brackets, 20 characters. Within brackets, 20 characters. Means we can enter up to 20 characters in the short text field. Then GL account long text is also share capital account. GL account long text is also share capital account. Within brackets, 50 characters. Within brackets, 50 characters. So what is the difference between short text and long text? See, the name entered in the short text will be used as the criteria in searching function, and the text you have entered in the GL account long text will be taken as the name of the GL account at the time of preparing your financial statements. Okay, so this is the data that is maintained in the chart of account segment. Then go to control data tab. See, account control in the company code. So from now onwards, this is the company code data, right? So in the company code data, we maintain a lot of information, but all the fields are not required for all the accounts, remember, right? See, account currency is equal to US dollar. Account currency is equal to US dollar. I mean USD. Account, please write in the material. Account currency is equal to USD. So what is the function of the account currency? Here, I have given you one more material in your notes, right? See, the things what I explained till now regarding master data, right? Segments in the GL account master record, I have given here explanation. Note for explanation, right? Then in every GL account master record, we have to maintain some fields, right? What are those fields? Look at this field. The fields in the general ledger master record. Number one, account currency. It is the currency in which the GL account is maintained. The account currency is automatically defaulted from the company code local currency, and we can change the account currency if necessary. Means what? Actually, I did not enter USD. When you click on this control data, it was automatically there. Means it was defaulted from our company code local currency. Company code local currency means what? The currency you have entered at the time of defining your company code is called company code local currency. And remember, of course, already I explained all these things, but again I'm repeating them so that you can remind them. You can recoup them. See, remember, always the financial statements are to be prepared in the company code local currency only. So this company code local currency is automatically defaulted from the, this account currency is automatically defaulted from the company code local currency. And I said, we can change the account currency if necessary. Suppose, for example, we have taken one term loan in Indian rupees. Okay. So we create the master record for the term loan account. In that case, the account currency will be INR. Then you remove the USD, you enter INR. As simple as that. But generally, for most of the GL accounts, right, the account currency will be company code local currency. So in our case, our company code local currency is US dollar. See, wherever you have the doubt, immediately you stop me, right? Immediately you put the message in the chat box. I will stop myself. Again, I will explain. I will clarify your doubt. So clarification is very, very important in your classes. In addition to practice. Now, here, if the account currency is company code local currency, then we can post the business transactions in any currency into that account. Means, here, if the account currency is company code local currency, means in our example, in this case, account currency is US dollar. That is our company code local currency. In that case, we can post the business transactions in any currency into this account. For example, some Indian people are there, right, who have contributed to your share capital in Indian rupees. Then you post the transaction, receipt of share capital in Indian rupees. You have to post, right? So that is possible. You can post the receipt of share capital in Indian rupees. Okay, but you have to prepare your financial statements in the company code local currency only, right? But here you have posted the receipt of share capital in Indian rupees. So in this case, when you post the foreign currency transaction, the system automatically converts them into company code local currency. But for the purpose of conversion, we need some settings. What are those settings? It will come next week, right? Foreign currency conversions. But at this point of time, what you have to understand is when the company code local currency is taken as account currency, then we can post the business transactions in any currency into that account. Yes, Giri.
Sir, if the group of company has a number of company codes, it is sometimes it is a non-local currency also, Indian rupees and Australian dollar, and it is also converting as per our requirement only.
Yes.
Sir, what is the base? They are taking country currency compare with the USD?
No, actually, the business transactions are converted into company code local currency only. The foreign currency transactions are converted into company code local currency only. Because we have to prepare the financial statements in the company code local currency only. Okay, Giri? Okay.
That's the reason we define leading and non-leading ledgers in advance, right?
That is different issue, right?
That's a different
Leading and non-leading ledgers is a different issue. This we will discuss in new GL.
Okay, okay.
Right? That is necessary to meet your country-specific legal requirements, like US GAAP, right? US General Accepted Accounting Principles, International Accounting Standards, UK GAAP, like that, like that. To meet the different accounting principles, you maintain different types of ledgers. They are called leading and non-leading. Again, what is leading, what is non-leading, we will discuss later.
Okay, okay. So this USD was auto-populated because based on the company code that we have
Exactly.
defined. Okay, 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 got it. I got confused there. Okay.
Yes. And please forget about leading and non-leading for the time being.
Right, right. Okay.
Okay. And this, remember, this is the leading ledger we are doing.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely.
Now, see the other sentence. If the account currency is other than company code local currency, that is foreign currency, then we can post the business transactions into that account in that currency only. Means, suppose for example, you have taken one term loan in Indian rupees. So you are creating the master record for the term loan account. Then the account currency will be INR. So if the account currency is foreign currency, then we can post the business transactions only in the foreign currency. In our example, if the account currency is INR, you can post the business transactions only in Indian rupees. What is the logic behind this? Take, for example, term loan taken in Indian rupees. When you take the term loan in Indian rupees, you receive the term loan in Indian rupees. So the receipt of term loan is to be posted in Indian rupees. Then, what are the other business transactions that are posted in the term loan account? Term loan repayment and term loan interest calculation. So when you repay the term loan, that repayment also should be done in Indian rupees because you have taken the term loan in Indian rupees. Similarly, when you have taken the term loan in Indian rupees, you have to calculate interest only in Indian rupees. Tell me, what are the other business transactions you post in the term loan account? No, nothing. Only these are the three business transactions that take place in the term loan account. That's why whenever the account currency is foreign currency, we can post the business transactions only in that currency only. Okay. Now, okay, fine. We have taken the term loan in Indian rupees for 100 crores, 100 crore rupees. So you have received this term loan in Indian rupees and account currency also will be Indian rupees. But at the time of preparing your balance sheet, your company code local currency is US dollar. But this account balance is in other currency. Then what to do? All other GL account balance are in US dollars, but only this GL account balance will be Indian rupees. Is it logical? No. So the balance in the term loan account also should be converted into US dollars. For that, there is one concept which is called valuation of foreign currency loans. So according to International Accounting Standard number 11, right? According to International Accounting Standard number 11, we have to recognize the loss or gain that may arise due to the fluctuations in the foreign currency rates, and we have to account them. For that, we need some settings. When you do these settings and when you transfer the term loan account to balance sheet, system automatically converts the foreign currency loan into company code local currency. And if the loss is there or gain is there, and it will post the accounting entries automatically. This also we will cover later. I'm just telling you because most of you may be getting the doubt. That's the reason why I'm giving you. Okay. So that is the impact of account currency. But in most of the cases, account currency will be company code local currency only. Now, come back to material. Select only balances in local currency. Here in your material, when I say select, right, against only balance in local currency, you have one circle, right? Just to put one tick mark on the circle. Similarly, previously I told you, select balance sheet account, right? So against balance sheet account, put one tick mark. Means that is the process of selecting. Only balances in local currency. Again, what is the meaning of that? What is the impact of selecting only balance in local currency? See, only balances in local currency. If this checkbox is selected, the system displays the balances in the company code local currency only. For this purpose, if any foreign currency transactions are posted, the system will convert these foreign currency transactions into company code local currency. For this, we require some settings. What are those settings? We will discuss later. That is the impact of selecting only balances in local currency, right? And you add one more sentence here. Actually, it has to be there in the notes itself. You do one thing. You have some space here, no? Right? Please write down there itself. Only balances in local currency indicator. Only balances in local currency indicator. Only balances in local currency indicator should not be selected. Should not be selected for the GL accounts. For the GL accounts maintained in the foreign currency. Maintained in the foreign currency. And reconciliation accounts. And reconciliation accounts. So what is the reconciliation account? We will discuss later. So for all the GL accounts maintained in the foreign currency, we should not select only balances in local currency. Please remember. And also for reconciliation accounts also. Now come back to material again. Select line item display. Select line item display. So what is the meaning of line item display? By selecting this checkbox, the system displays the line items in this GL account. That is, it maintains the details of the business transactions posted. Means, here in the rent account, right, this is called line item display. Means, line item display means the system will display the details of the postings. So if you select the line item display, the system will display the details of postings like this. Suppose if you don't select this, what happens is, when you pay and post the rent on 1/1/2016, the system will display only one line, to bank $2,000. Similarly, when you pay and post the rent on 1st February 2016, it will also display only one line, to bank, but accumulated amount, 4,000. Similarly, when you pay and post the rent on 1st March 2016, it will display again only one line with accumulated amount 6,000. That cannot be the requirement. In every GL account, always the accountants wants to see and they have to see the details of the postings. That's why compulsorily we have to select the line item display. That is the impact of line item display. Then come back to material again. Sort key is equal to 001. Sort key is equal to 001. Within brackets, posting date. Within brackets, posting date. So what is the meaning of the sort key? I will tell you. See, sort key. It is the criteria according to which the business transactions are organized in the GL account. The sort keys are system defined. See, for example, not this one. Here, this is the GL account, rent account, right? And in this rent account, the business transactions are organized according to these dates. And this date is called posting date. So when you enter the sort key 001, the system maintains the business transactions according to posting date. 001 means posting date. If you press on F4, you can see the other sort keys. Generally, for most of the GL accounts, generally, right, we use 001 as the sort key, that is posting date. But there are some GL accounts for which you take the other sort keys. What are those scenarios? We will be going on discussing throughout our FI classes. Okay. So here, these sort keys were already defined in the system. Remember, we cannot maintain our own sort keys. Okay. Then come back to material again. Go to create bank interest tab. See, this is create bank interest tab. Field status group G001. Field status group G001. See, if you remember in yesterday's class, in the field status group G001, we have selected business area and text as required entries. Now we are assigning the field status group G001 in the share capital account. So from now onwards, at the time of either debiting or crediting the share capital account, the business area field and text field will be shown as required entry fields. That is the impact of field status variant. So for every GL account, we have to maintain minimum these fields. For some other GL accounts, we maintain some other fields. What are those fields? We will discuss later on. Yes. See, in the share capital account, we have assigned the field status group G001. So in the field status group G001, yesterday we have selected business area and text as required entries. Anyhow, otherwise I will show you. I am taking you to the field status variant. See, our field status variant is equal to 3699, right? This is our field status variant. And in the field status group G001, we have selected business area as required entry and also, text as required entry and business area as required entry. Again, I am repeating. In the field status group G001, we have selected required entry for business area and text. So this field status group G001 was assigned in the share capital account. Now at the time of creating the share capital or at the time of debiting the share capital account, the user has to enter these two fields compulsorily. That is the effect of field status variant. Click on Save. Okay, Giri. See, data was saved. We have created the share capital account. Now see the next step. Creation of cash account. Cash account means cash in hand. So for the cash in hand account, you have to create one number. we have to give one number, right? So again, we have to select the number. For that, you have to look at your account groups. So the cash in hand account is part of your current assets, loans and advances. Because the cash in hand is to be shown, once again, 3688, is to be shown under the heading current assets, loans and advances. So the defined number range is 2,100,000 to 2,199,000. Because this is the first account we are creating, again I am taking 2,100,000. Like this, you have to select a number every time. So GL account is equal to 2,100,000. Company code is 3699. Company code is 3699. Go to menu GL account, create, same procedure. Then you have to click on type and description. Account group is equal to current assets, loans and advances. Current assets, loans and advances. Select balance sheet account. Short text is equal to cash account. Short text is equal to cash account. GL account long text is also cash account. Go to control data tab. Account currency USD. Select only balances in local currency. Select to line item display. Sort key 001. Sort key 001. Then go to create bank interest tab. Field status group G001. Then select relevant to cash flow. Select relevant to cash flow. So in the material itself, please write down. You have some space here, no? In the second page. Please write down there. Relevant to cash flow indicator. Relevant to cash flow indicator is to be selected relevant to cash flow indicator is to be selected only for cash accounts and bank accounts. Only for cash accounts and bank accounts. With the help of this indicator selected, the system recognizes the payment document. See here, you make the payment of expenses and you make the payment of purchase invoices either in the form of cash or bank check, right? That's why this checkbox is to be selected only for cash accounts and bank accounts. So when you select this indicator, the system recognizes that is the payment document. So it has the impact in many situations, right? What are those situations? What is its impact? Again, I will show you in the accounts paper. But for the time being, this is the impact. Then click on Save. See the next step. Creation of surplus in profit and loss account. Here, why I am creating this many number of GL accounts is, I will take you through the total accounting process in SAP Then at the end of FI, I will show you the real financial statements, how to prepare the financial statements really. That's why we follow very, very logically the total accounting process in our class. That's why I'm creating this many number of GL accounts. See, creation of surplus in profit and loss account means retained earnings account. If you remember, at the time of defining the retained earnings account in basic settings, we have received one warning message. Like what? Account 1,100,000 not created in the chart of accounts. That is the warning message we have received. At that time, I told you to ignore that warning message because we are creating that GL account now. So here, again, what is the number to be given to surplus in profit and loss account? The surplus in profit and loss account means balance in the profit and loss account. So the balance in the profit and loss account is displayed on the liabilities of the balance sheet under the heading reserves and surpluses, right? So that account is to be created under reserves and surpluses of our account groups. The defined number range is 1,100,000 to 1,199,000. That's why at that time we have taken 1,100,000. Procedure is same. So GL account is equal to 1,100,000. GL account is equal to 1,100,000. Company code 3699. Go to menu GL account create. Account group is reserves and surpluses. Account group is reserves and surpluses. Select balance sheet account. Short text is equal to surplus in P&L account. Short text is equal to surplus in P&L account. GL account long text is also surplus in profit and loss account. Surplus in profit and loss account. Go to control data tab. Account no, there should, it's not there should be, right? See, look at the screen. Look at the question posted by Kirti Vasana. There should be single return earning account, right? Retained earnings, not return account. Retained earnings account. Why there is a range? Here, we have used the range for the account group reserves and surpluses. So under the reserves and surpluses, we create many GL accounts like general reserve account, capital reserve account, sinking fund reserve account, investment reserve account, dividend equalization reserve account. Along with all these GL accounts, surplus in profit and loss account is also created under the reserves and surpluses group. That's why we maintain a range for the reserves and surpluses account group, Kirti Vansa. And also, minimum there should be one retained earnings account, but we can have any number of retained earnings account like operating profit and loss account and non-operating profit and loss account. That's why we may have to maintain the range for the group, not for the single GL account you have maintained. Okay. So account currency is equal to USD. Select only balances in local currency. Select to line item display. Sort key 001. Sort key 001. Then go to create bank interest tab. field status group G001. Click on save. So till now we have created some balanced accounts, right? Now let us create some GL accounts displayed in the profit and loss account. Means expenses and revenues. See the next step, creation of salaries account. Salaries account is an expense account and it is transferred to P&L account, right? So for the salaries account, we have to select one number. Salaries account I am taking as part of personnel cost. So for personnel cost means staff expenses. So for the personnel cost, we have given the number ranges 4,100,000 to 4,199,000. Right? That's why I am taking 4,100,000 because this is the first account under the account group. So GL account is equal to 4,100,000. GL account is equal to 4,100,000. Company code 3699. Go to menu GL account create. Account group is equal to personnel cost. Account group is equal to personnel cost. Select P&L statement account. Now you have to put the tick mark against the P&L statement account. Then which P&L statement type? Operating profit loss account or non-operating profit loss account? If it is the operating profit loss account, we enter X. If it is the non-operating, if this account is related to non-operating profit loss account, we enter Y. So why this is showing like this here? Because we have defined two retained earnings accounts, right? I'm taking you to the transaction code where we have created retained earnings account, OB53. See, X 1,100,000, Y 1,101,000. So we have created multiple profit loss account types. That's why at the time of creating the GL account, it is asking for the profit loss account type. To which profit loss account type this salaries account is related? Is this related to operating profit loss account? Then enter X. If this GL account is related to non-operating profit loss account, enter Y. Clear, no? See, to make you understand more clearly, what I am doing is I am deleting Y. Let us see what happens. Here, whenever this is called delete symbol. So whenever you see the delete symbol in any stream, remember that we can delete the object from that stream. I am deleting Y and save. So I am taking you back. Again, let us execute the transaction code FS00. See, there is no profit loss account type because when you have only one profit loss account type, where is the question of choice? That's why it is not showing any choice. So account group is equal to personnel cost. Select P&L statement account. Short text is equal to salaries account. GL account long text is also salaries account. Go to control data tab. Account currency USD. Select only balances in local currency. Select to line item display. Sort key 001. Then go to create bank interest tab. Field status group G001. Click on save. Now see the next step. Creation of wages account. Wages account I am taking as part of manufacturing cost. So for the manufacturing cost, we have an account group, right? The defined number range is 4,200,000 to 4,299,000. So I am taking with I am starting with 4,200,000. GL account is equal to 4,200,000. Company code is 3699. Go to menu GL account, create. Account group is manufacturing cost. Select P&L statement account. Short text is equal to wages account. GL account long text is also wages account. GL account long text is also wages account. Go to control data tab. Account currency USD. Select only balances in local currency. Select line item display. Sort key 001. Then go to create bank interest tab. Field status group G001. Click on save. See, for the time being, let us create one more GL account. Rent account. See, creation of rent account. Rent account I am taking as part of administration cost. So for the administration cost, we have an account group with the name administration cost. The defined number range is 4,300,000 to 4,399,000. One second, Giri says that he is not able to hear me. So this is the first account we are creating. Under this account, I am taking 4,300,000. GL account is equal to 4,300,000. Company code is 3699. Company code is 3699. Go to menu GL account create. Account group is administration cost. Select P&L statement account. Short text is equal to rent account. GL account long text is also rent account. Go to control data tab. Account currency USD. Select only balances in local currency. Select line item display. Sort key 001. Then go to create bank interest tab. Field status group G001. So till now we have created some 6 GL accounts, right? So before doing the next step, let's have a break of 10 minutes. So I'll be back exactly. Yes, I am back. Ali, are you there? Ali, are you there? Kalyan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Kirti? Okay. Shailaja? Shailaja? Srinivas? Okay, Ali. Okay, Srinivas. Okay, Shailaja. Tahir? Tahir?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back.
Okay, okay. Tejasvi? Tejasvi? Okay. Okay, Tejasvi. VN Giri? VN Giri? Giri, are you there? See, till now we have created some GL accounts, right? So in both the segments, chart of account segment and company code segment, we have given the information at a time, right? This is called one-step method. Now I am going to show you how to use the two-step method to create the GL account master record, right? So let us create the GL account master record for traveling expenses, right? So first you have to identify the account group. See, traveling expenses I am taking as part of administration cost. So already we have taken 4,300,000. Now let us take some 4,310,000, 4,310,000, right? It is not there in the material. Go back to notes and write it in the notes. Heading is creation of GL account using two-step method. Creation of GL account using two-step method. Under that, step number 1. Creation of GL account. Step number 1. Creation of GL account. In chart of account segment. Creation of GL account in chart of account segment. Path. Accounting. Financial accounting. General ledger accounting. Financial accounting. General ledger. Master records. Master records. GL accounts. GL accounts. Individual processing. Individual processing. In chart of accounts. In chart of accounts. Transaction code FSP0. Transaction code FSP0. GL account is equal to 4,310,000. 4,310,000. Company code is equal to 3699. Go to menu GL account, create. Go to menu GL account, create. Look at the screen, everybody. You have the type and description. After that, there is no control data. There is no go to create interest tab. Right? So this is the chart of account segment. Continue. Go to menu GL account, create. Go to menu GL account, create. Account group is equal to administration cost. Account group is equal to administration cost. Select P&L statement account. Select P&L statement account. Short text is equal to traveling expense account. Short text is equal to traveling expense account. GL account long text is also traveling expense account. Click on save. So we don't have the control data tab, right? Click on save. See the next step. Step number 2, please write down. Extend the GL account. Extend the GL account to company code. Extend the GL account to company code. Path is same as above. Path is same as above. Transaction code. Transaction code. FSS 0. FSS 0. GL account is equal to 4 lakh return. GL account is equal to 4 lakh return. Company code 3699. Company code is equal to 3699. Go to menu GL account, create. See here, the screen starts from control data tab. Means this is the company code data. Now we are maintaining the data in the company code segment. Account currency USD. Account currency USD. Select only balances in local currency. Select only balances in local currency. Select line item display. Select line item display. Sort key 001. Sort key 001. Then go to create bank interest tab. Go to create bank interest tab. Field status group. Field status group G001. Field status group G001. Click on save. So this is how we can create a GL account using two-step method, right? So like that, we create all the GL accounts in the real time. See here, we have created all these GL accounts one by one, right? Suppose, for example, in your client company, they are using 2,500 GL accounts, right? Then all the GL accounts are to be created in SAP. So according to the procedure I told you now, we have to use this transaction code FS00 2,500 times, and it takes a lot of time. Generally, we don't create the GL accounts individually in the real time. In the real time, what happens is, there is one tool which is called Legacy System Migration Workbench, which is simply called LSMW. So LSMW means Legacy System Migration Workbench. So using this tool, we can create all the GL accounts at one stroke into SAP. Means we can upload all the 2,500 GL accounts at one time into SAP. So this is the tool what we use in the real time to create the GL master records. So how that is used, we will see at the end of the classes. Just for your information purpose, I am telling you this. Now, see the next page number 4, General Ledger Accounting. Display the GL accounts created in the chart of accounts. Now I want to see what are all the GL accounts you have created. You have to use the transaction code F.10. Transaction code is F.10. GL account is equal to 1 to all nines. So whenever I say all nines, you enter 10 nines. Here I don't know how many number of GL accounts we have created, right? That's why I am entering 1 to all nines. Chart of accounts is equal to 3699. Chart of accounts is equal to 3699. Click on execute. This is called execute symbol. See, we have created 7 GL accounts. This is how we can display the list of GL accounts created. If you double click on any GL account, it will take you to chart of account segment. It will take you to chart of account segment. Suppose, for example, look at the screen. I want to display only the GL accounts created in the administration cost group, right? See, under the further selections, you have account group. You enter enter admin, ADMN. Then click on execute. Then the system will display only those GL accounts created under the administration cost group. Like that, we can display all the GL accounts you have created. Now, see the next step. To edit GL account master. See, sometimes what happens is, after creating the GL account master record, it may be necessary to edit some fields. But we cannot edit all the fields. We can edit only some fields and we cannot edit some other fields. So what are the fields we can edit and what are the fields we cannot edit? See the notes. Editing the GL account master record. See, once the GL account master record is created, we cannot change the following fields. Number 1, GL account number, company code, account group, and the status of open item management if any business transactions are existing as open items in that GL account. Once the open items are cleared, we can change the status. So, except these 4 fields, we can change any field. So, what is the meaning of the 4th field? It will come at the end of the general ledger accounting. Suppose if you want to change, how to change? Go to the transaction code FS00. Transaction code FS00. In your material, it is printed like FSOO. It's not FSOO. FS00. 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 GL account is equal to 4,200,000. Here we have to enter the GL account number which you want to edit. company code 3699. Company code 3699. Go to menu GL account change. Look at the screen, everybody, please. Here, all the functions relating to your GL accounts, master records, all the functions relating to your GL account master records are available here. If you want to create, we click on create. If you want to change, you click on change. If you want to only display, you can click on display. If you want to block, block. If you want to delete, set a deletion flag. So these are the different functions that are available to GL account master record. Means what? We can create the GL account, we can edit the GL account, we can display the GL account, we can block the GL account, and we can delete the GL account. So whatever the function you want, on that function you click. So here I want to change, right? I want to edit. So go to menu GL account, change. See, not only in the GL account master record, everywhere and anywhere. If you observe the fields in the gray color, remember that we cannot edit them. We cannot edit them, right? See, it's not possible to edit. We can change either short text or long text, and we can change account currency, we can change, you can deselect only balance in local currency, any field we can change, right? See the material, what I have written. Go to menu GL account change, make necessary changes and save. So, see, I want to change short text and long text because I want to be something more specific, right? Like instead of wages, I want to change as factory wages. I am changing short text and long text. So like that, make the necessary changes and save. This is how we can edit any GL account. See the next step. To display changes made to GL account master. After some time, if you want to display the changes, go to FS04. GL account is equal to 4,200,000. GL account is equal to 4,200,000. Company code 3699. Click on enter. See, these are the two fields what we have changed. We have changed short text and long text. See the next line. Click on all changes button to see all the changes including old and new values. Here this is called all changes. So if you click on this all changes, the system will display all the changed parameters. See, this is the date of change, 20th March 2016. This is the field what we have changed, short text and long text. This is the new value and this is the old value. So if you double click on any field, it will display further details. Like this is the date of change, this is the time of change, it's my system time, it's my laptop time. User, by whom the changes have been done, FICO Lakshman. So with the help of the user, with the help of the username displayed here, we can also track the person who has made the changes. Then the field what you have changed is short text. From wages account to factory wages we have changed. Then change in the language English. This is how we can change any GL account. And also we can display later on whatever the changes. Here remember we can edit a GL account any number of times. There isn't any restriction to the number of times you can edit. In that case the system will display all the changes, right? Not only one, the changes made in one time, all the times whatever the changes you have made, the system will display them here. Now see, blocking and unblocking of GL accounts. Here we can block a GL account for different purposes, right? The most important and the most common purpose of blocking GL account is for the purpose of posting. So when you block a GL account for posting, we cannot post the business transactions into that GL account. So in order to show you the effect of blocking for posting, first we should know how to post the transactions, right, in the general ledger. And the posting of transactions into general ledger is also end user activity, right? For the time being, I'm leaving these two topics, right? Probably next week I will show you this blocking and unblocking, right? And before doing the postings of the transactions, you have to perform these two steps. See, configuration for new general ledger accounting. Because in your server, in this particular server, the new GL is activated. So from the perspective of new GL, you have to perform these two steps. But what is the purpose of new GL and what is the advantage of new GL, we cannot understand at this point of time. We have the separate topic on the new GL after property center accounting of controlling, then we can clearly understand. But for the time being, please do this step as it is, right? See the step number 1. Classify GL accounts for document splitting. Path is SPRO. Financial accounting, new. New means new general ledger accounting. General ledger accounting, new. Business transactions. Document splitting. Classify GL accounts for document splitting. Classify GL accounts for document splitting. Chart of accounts is equal to 3699. Chart of accounts is equal to 3699. Click on enter. Click on new entries. Click on new entries. Then I have given one table in your material, right? So in the table, account from 1 lakh, to number 2,99,999. Category is equal to 01,000, 01,000. Description, balance sheet accounts. Description, balance sheet accounts. See here, at the time of doing the practice, you cannot enter the description, right? When you save the setting, the system will display the description, right? So what is this item? These are called actually item categories. So what are the item categories? We will discuss later. Then account from 3 lakhs. Account from 3 lakhs to 3,99,999. Category 30,000. Category 30,000. Description, revenues. Description, revenues. Then account from 4 lakhs. Account from 4 lakhs to 4,99,000. It's not possible, Giri, to give the explanation of item categories. It's not possible now. You get totally, wholly confused. I told you, we have the separate topic on that. We will discuss. See, try to understand, right? I will explain now. See, there is one concept which is called splitting rule. So in the splitting rule, we define two things. What are the GL accounts to be split and what is the basis for splitting? So these two objects together is called splitting rule. Then in order to split the business transaction, every GL account is to be assigned with one splitting rule. So instead of assigning the splitting rules to every individual GL accounts, what we do is we assign the splitting rule to one identification. That identification is called item category. Then this item category will be assigned to a list of GL accounts to which the same splitting rule can be used. So a group of GL accounts to which one splitting rule can be used or the same splitting rule can be used is called item categories. But what is splitting? Did you understand anything now? That's why there is a topic, right? Don't worry, I will cover each and everything, whatever I have given you in your content, right? But there is a proper time for everything. So if you want to understand document splitting, you have to understand the problems in the profit center accounting. So without understanding what is profit center accounting, what are the problems we face in the profit center accounting in the earlier versions, you cannot understand the document splitting. That's the reason why I told you to do the step as it is, for the time being only. So from account is 4 lakhs, to account is 4,99,999, category is 20,000. Category is 20,000. Description, expenses. Look at the screen here. These are called item categories. I have pressed on F4, right? These are called item categories. And these item categories are already defined in the system. You cannot define your own item categories. Click on Save. See the next step. Define document splitting characteristics for general ledger accounting. Path is same as above. Define document splitting characteristics for general ledger accounting. See the material. Ensure that every checkbox is deselected. Means sometimes some of the checkboxes might have been selected like this, right? So in that case, you deselect all the checkboxes. But if every checkbox is already deselected, you need not do anything. Click on Save. Just ignore the messages. Ignore all the messages. So what are the item categories and what are the document splitting characteristics? This we will discuss later on after profit center accounting and controlling. Okay, before the system saves that, see, posting of transactions. So let us start with receipt of share capital. So when you receive the share, it takes a little bit of time to save it. So how to post the transactions now? We have created some GL accounts, right? Cash account, share capital account, etc., etc., right? So let us start with the share capital account. When you receive the share capital, the entry to be posted is cash account data to share capital account. So how to represent this entry in SAP? How to post this entry in SAP? I will tell you. Here, the cash account and the share capital account, they are identified with the GL account numbers. I told you, every GL account is identified with a number. So cash account and share capital accounts are identified with a number. Then DR means debit, right? And 2 means credit. So this debit and credit are identified with the posting keys. So what is the concept of posting key? And these posting keys were already defined in the system. So the posting key specifies whether a line item is debited or credited. Line item means account, right? I explained you in the document types. So it specifies whether a line item is debited or credited and to which account type the line item is posted. Here, these are the account types: GL accounts, vendor accounts, customer accounts, and asset accounts. And for any account, you have either debit or credit. Okay. So to debit any GL account, posting key 40. Means if you want to debit the cash account, we enter the 40, nothing else. To credit any GL account, posting key 50. Similarly, to debit vendor account, posting key 25. To credit vendor account, posting key 31. Similarly, to debit customer account and to credit customer account, posting key 15. To debit customer account, posting key 01. Then to debit asset account, posting key 70, and to credit asset account, posting key 75. So these are the frequently used and generally used posting keys. And please remember these posting keys, right? But there are many more posting keys. What are those posting keys? I will be going on explaining you in different scenarios. So with the help of this information, let us see how to post this transaction. And if you are from non-accounting background, right, you should know how to post the journal entries, right? So if you are from non-accounting background, just mail me. I have one video explained by me. In that video, I explained how to post the different entries, right? If you are from non-accounting background, just give me the mail. I will send you that recording also. But if you know how to post the accounting entries, that's enough. Oh, still it is not saved. Seems that there is a problem with the server. 1 second. Okay, let us see how to post the transactions. F-02. So F-02 is also the end user transaction. See, here in this particular screen, you can post the transactions to general ledger, right? Here you are observing two fields: document date and posting date. Document date and posting date, right? So there is technical difference between document date and posting date, right? Please go back to notes. Put heading in the notes. Document date. Document date. It is the date. It is the date on which It is the date on which the business transaction takes place. It is the date on which the business transaction takes place. And it is also the date which is put on the original document. First to take the notes, I will explain. And it is also the date which is put on the original document. Number 2, posting date. Posting date. It is the date on which the account balances are updated. The account balances are updated in the database. In the database. Next paragraph. The document date and the posting date may be same. The document date and posting date may be same or different based on the nature of the business transaction. Based on the nature of the business transaction. The document date and posting date may be same or different based on the nature of the business transaction. Means what? Here we are in Washington, right? And your vendor is in New York, right? So you have placed an order with the New York vendor for the supply of raw material, right? And he has dispatched the material, for example, on 15th March 2016. So whenever the vendor dispatches the materials to us, that is the date on which the business transaction has taken place between your company and the vendor company. This is called document date. And for the purchase business transaction, what is the original document? Purchase invoice. And on the purchase invoice, he puts this date, right? 15th March. This is called document date. I hope it is clear to everybody. Now, today, that is 20th March 2016, we have received the materials. And today, we debit inventory of raw material account and credit vendor account in the system. So with today's date, inventory of raw material account balance and vendor account balance are updated with today's date. So this is called posting date. So in the case of this purchase business transaction, the document date and posting date are different, right? One more example. Today, our manager finance has been on the tour since 1 week. So he has incurred some $5,000 as traveling expenses during his 1 week traveling. So these expenses are to be reimbursed to him. For that purpose, as soon as he comes to the office, he has prepared the list of expenses incurred by him during 1 week traveling, and the list was sent to the cashier. And the cashier has prepared one voucher for the traveling expenses. So voucher is the original document for the traveling expenses, right? And on that voucher, he puts today's date, 20th March 2016. So today's date is called document date. Then today itself, he has reimbursed the traveling expenses. Then immediately he posted the entry debiting traveling expense account and crediting cash account. So in this case, the balance of the traveling expense account and the balance of the cash account are updated with today's date. Today date is posting date. So in the case of this transaction, document date and posting date are same. One more example. We are in Washington and vendor is also in Washington. Both are us in Washington. So vendor is in street number 1 and we are in street number 2. For example, same locality, vendor is in street number 1 and we are in street number 2. Today you have placed the order with the vendor. Today vendor has dispatched the goods. Today itself you have received the goods. So today itself is the document date. When you receive the goods today itself, you post the entry today itself. So this is the posting date. So like that, based on the nature of the business transaction, the document date and posting date may be same or different. Clear? In simple words, the date on the original document is document date. The date on which you are posting the transaction or the date on which the account balances are updated in the database is called posting date. That is the technical difference, right? But generally in our training class, in every training class, right, we use the same date as document date and posting date. So document date is 20th/3/2016. Type is SCA. See, I did not enter type SCA, right? It came automatically because the transaction code for document type SCA, the transaction code for entering the GL transactions is F-02. So based on this F-02, system automatically defaults the document type SCA. Means it is the GL document. Company code 3699. Company code 3699. Posting date 20th March 2016. It is the Indian format date. Date, month, year. Indian format date. Posting date is 20th March 2016. Period 3. Because if you are using the fiscal year event K4, period 3. Suppose if you are using the fiscal year event V3, April to March, March 2016 is 12th period. In that case, you enter 12. Be careful, right? If you are doing the practice with Indian company code, you have to enter the period 12. If you are doing practice with the US company code, you have to enter the period 3. Currency is equal to USD. Currency is equal to USD. Now look at the screen. Cash account is to be debited, right? So cash account is a GL account. To debit cash account, posting key what? If you press on F4, yeah, it is, yes, it defaults. See, these are the posting keys which are already defined in the system. Posting key 40, right? Account type general ledger. Debit or credit? Debit. Posting key name debit entry. 50 credit. Posting key 40 within brackets debit for GL account. Posting key 40 within brackets debit for GL account. Account is cash account number. You cannot enter, you cannot type cash, right? Always GL account is identified with the number. Account is 2,100,000 within brackets cash account. Within brackets cash account. Here, if you remember the GL account number, we can directly enter the GL account number, right? Otherwise, look at the screen, everybody, please. Suppose if you don't remember the account number, keep the cursor in the account number, press F4, and you see that your chart of accounts is there in the chart of accounts field. Okay, then click on enter. Then the system will display the list of GL accounts created in your chart of accounts. So from the list, you can select cash account, right? If you double click on the cash account is automatically input there. So account is 2,100,000. Click on enter. See, look at the error message. This is the error message. In the company code 3699, the number range 01 is missing for the year 2016. See, Kirti has given me the mail regarding this. Sir, we did not define the number ranges for the document type SCA, right? Actually, I might have forgotten. So here, in order to show you this, I did not rectify the error on my own. I just wanted to show you this error in the class, right? So in this case, how to rectify this error, right? The error is, I am taking you to the basic settings. In the basic settings material, I have explained you the concept of the document types, right? But I might have forgotten to show you the setting. I don't know what happened. Anyhow, I will do that. See, configuration, creation of number ranges for document type SCA. Transaction code OBA7. I am doing it now. Here, you can open the another session with the help of /n. Otherwise, this is the shortcut key. Create a new session. Then, I am taking it to OBA7. I might have forgotten to save it, right? Kayan, can you please mute yourself? Thank you. Click on position, document type SCA, click on enter. Select document type SCA, click on details button. Click on number range information. Company code 3699. Click on change intervals. See, I did not define the number ranges. Thank you, Kirti, for your mail. Number is equal to 01. Now I am defining the number ranges. Year is equal to 2016 from number 1 to number 1 lakh. Click on save and enter. Now you will be able to proceed further. See, it is taking you to next screen. That's how whenever you get the error, don't get panic, right? Try to understand the error and just try to think over to the extent you have completed the topics. To the extent you have completed the topics, try to guess what could have been the reason for that error, right? That's how you'll also able to get the very good knowledge. Now look at the screen. GL account 2,100,000, company code 3699. Then item number 1, line item number 1, debit entry 40. Amount $1 million or 10 lakhs. And you see US dollar. $1 million or 10 lakh dollars. Look at the screen, everybody, please. We are debiting cash account, right? Then business area field and text field are mandatory fields. Now you should understand what is the real function of field status variant. I am taking you to the field status variant. Transaction code OBC4. Now, our field status variant 3699. Here, if you want to see your field status variant, you can scroll down here, right? Otherwise, just to click on position. Then the system will ask you which field status variant you want to see. Enter your field status group. Select this. Double click on the field status groups. Now, in the field status group G001, we have selected required entry for text, right, and business area. Okay, so this field status group has been assigned in the cash account master record. See, so in the cash account, we have assigned the field status group G001. In the field status group G001, we have selected business area and text as required entries. That's why at the time of debiting the cash account, the business area and text are shown as required fields. And some other fields we have suppressed in the G001, right? See, for example, the settlement period, material number, COPP order, etc., they have been suppressed. So, those fields will not be displayed. Are you able to see the material number? Are you able to see the COPP order number here? No, they have been suppressed. This is the impact of field status variant. The field status variant controls the appearance of the screen at the time of posting the transactions. Clear? No? Now you should be able to understand what is the impact of the field status variant. Then business area is, write down, business area is equal to 3699. Text being share capital received. Text being share capital received. See, we have given the total information for the first line item, amount to, debit to, etc., etc. Now you have to credit share capital account. Share capital account is a GL account. To credit GL account, posting key 50. See, it is asking for next line item. Next line item is share capital. So share capital account is a GL account. To credit GL account, posting key 50. As simple as that. Account is 1 lakh. Share capital account within brackets. Account is equal to 1 lakh. Within brackets, share capital account. Click on enter. See, GL account 1 lakh, company code 3699, then item 2, line item 2, credit entry 50. Account is $1 million or 10 lakhs. Again, look at the screen. Business area and text are required entries. Because for the share capital account also, we have assigned the field status group G001. Not only for cash account and share capital account. Till now, for every GL account, we have assigned the field status group G001. So, at the time of creating any GL account till now, or debiting any GL account till now, we have to compulsory give these two fields information. Business area is equal to 3699. Text being share capital received. Text being share capital received. See the material. Click on display document overview icon on the application toolbar. This is the application toolbar, right? And this is the display document overview. If you click on the display document overview, the system will show you how the accounting entry is to be posted. How the accounting entry is going to be posted. When you click on display document overview, the system will display how the accounting entry is going to be posted. It is just like a simulation function. At this point of time, if you want to make any changes, we can make the changes by double clicking on the line items. You can change the amount, you can change the business area, you can change the text, etc., etc. Because once you post the document, you cannot make any major changes. Even if the amount is wrong, you cannot rectify the amount once the document is posted. That's why, as a precautionary measure, right, better to click on display document overview always. Now, cash account is debited. How can you say cash account is debited? Posting key 40. And the share capital account is created because posting key 50. This is the function of the posting key. Posting key specifies whether a line item is debited or credited. That's it. And here total debit is this much, total credit is this much. Unless the total amount of the debit is equal to credit, unless the total amount of the debit is equal to total amount of the credit, system will not allow you to post. So if you want to make any changes, double click on the line items, make the necessary changes. Otherwise, you can directly click on save. Exactly. Posting key 40, debit. Posting key 50, credit. See, there is one more error, right? Here we are doing the practice in EHP6, SAP ECC 6.0, EHP6. It is the very latest version, right? So in the current version, there is a link between FI enterprise structure and CO enterprise structure. That is why it is giving this error message, right? So we have to assign the controlling area to company code. But what is controlling area? You cannot understand anything at this point of time. But unless you rectify this error, we cannot proceed further. That's why, for the time being, let us do the setting as it is, right? Go back to notes, please. Put heading note. If the error within quotations, no controlling area, if the error, no controlling area has been assigned to company code, write your company code there. Quotations end. Is displayed. Do the following setting. Maintain controlling area. Path is, step name is maintain controlling area. Path is SPRO. Controlling. General controlling. Organization. Maintain controlling area. Double click on maintain controlling area. Double click on maintain controlling area. Click on new entries. Controlling area is equal to 3699. Name is equal to controlling area for 3699. Then look at the screen, everybody. Write down like this: company code to controlling area. Company code forward arrow controlling area. Company code to controlling area is equal to select controlling area, select controlling area, same as company code. Select controlling area, same as company code. Currency type is equal to 10. Currency type is equal to 10. Within brackets, company code currency. Currency is equal to USD. Currency is equal to USD. Chart of accounts is equal to 3699. Fiscal year variant K4. If you are doing practice with Indian company code, you have to maintain V3. Fiscal year variant is equal to V3. Then cost center standard hierarchy is equal to cost center standard hierarchy is equal to 3699. Cost center standard hierarchy is equal to 3699 underscore HIR. Click on save. Click on save. Click yes on the message. Click yes on the message. Continue. Double click on assignment of company codes. Double click on assignment of company codes. Click on new entries. Click on new entries. Company code is equal to 3699. Company code is equal to 3699. Click on save. Now continue. Double click on activate components. Double click on activate components. Double click on activate components. Click on new entries. Fiscal year is equal to 2016. Fiscal year is equal to 2016. If you are doing the practice with Indian company code, you have to enter the fiscal year 2015. Click on save. Click on save. Enter on the message. Now you will be able to post the transactions. See here, document 1 was posted in the company code 3699. Now we have posted the first document in the general ledger. So from where the system has taken the document number? For the general ledger document, type is SA, right? So for type SA, we have defined the number ranges 1 to 1 lakh. And this is the first document you have posted. That's why it has taken first number. So let us post some more documents. In your practice also, you post some number of documents, right? Here, We have created salaries account, wages account, rent account, etc., etc. Let us post the payment of salaries. So when you pay salaries, the entry to be posted is salaries accounted up to cash. The procedure is very same. Just look at the screen. For posting any transaction in the general ledger, the procedure is very same, right? Just look at the screen. Document date is 20th 3 2016. Type is SA. Company code 3699. Posting date 20th 3 2016. Period 3. Currency USD. Posting key 40. Debit for GL account. So what is the GL account to be debited? Salaries. See, 4,100,000. Click on enter. Amount is 10,000. See, for salaries account also, business rent extra required, because for every GL account you have assigned the field status group G001. Business area 3699. Text being salaries paid. Posting key 50. Credit for GL account. Cash account is to be credited. GL account is 2,100,000. Click on enter. Amount is asterisk. Business area 3699. I'm sorry. Amount not asterisk. First let us enter the amount. Amount is 10,000. What is asterisk we will see later. Business area 3699. Text being salaries paid. Click on display document overview. See, salaries accounted up to cash. Click on save. Document 2 was posted. Like that, every day the user will be going on posting the documents in general ledger like this. Remaining things we will see next week.
So every posting is a single document, right?
Yes. Every posting should be in a separate document, but sometimes if necessary, we can include number of business transactions in one single document. Right? So,
Okay.
see, generally what happens is, for every business transaction, we post one document. But sometimes, if possible and if necessary, we can include number of business transactions in one single document. That's why an accounting document can contain up to 999 line items, together debits and credits. So how to post that? That is also covered next week.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Ali, you have any questions? Kalyan,
The transaction code for new general account,
which one? Transaction code for?
new general ledger accounts.
Okay, the transaction codes, little bit they are difficult in the new GL, right? For the time being,
Okay.
follow the path for the new GL.
Okay.
Kirti, you have any questions? Shailaja, any questions?
Yes, sir, I have, but I want to listen to the recordings and I'll come back to you, sir.
Okay then, fine. Srinivas? Okay. Tahir, any other questions?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
Tejasvi? Any questions from your side?
Sir, today my net connection is off, sir, and I will check that is a recording and then regarding any doubts.
Okay then. Okay then, good night and good day and happy weekend everybody. See you next week same time. Okay, Tejasvi.
Okay, sir. Thank you.